I watched a video the other day by Alison Talks Books. It was one of those videos, thoughtful, measured, one of those rare ones that doesn't just skate along the surface of things. It was brilliant. Link in the comments, and I'll tag her as well. But also, it called me out a little because I've done this. I've done it. I've done this 110%. I've done the whole spoiler-free review thing. And I don't think that's particularly good. I've tiptoed around plot points, I've watered down my language, I've turned what should have been an honest, passionate conversation into something that was soft and palatable. Not because I didn't have anything to say, but because BookTube teaches you to speak a certain way. But the truth is, the way people talk about books online and the way they talk about them in real life are two massively different things. So, I'm Darv James. Welcome to this episode of The Bold Book Geek. I hope you guys enjoy. Like, sub, do the usual, and you can support this channel via membership, Substack, or Patreon. Let's just get into it. Let's just be blunt. BookTube is a bubble. Most videos aren't for casual readers, they're made for other creators. It's like this odd little ecosystem where creators talk to creators, boosting each other, responding to each other, circling around the same handful of popular titles, like moths around a porch light. And that's fine, to a point. But it creates this illusion that this is how people talk about books, when in reality it's just carefully curated performance for a specific kind of online audience. The average person who reads for fun isn't sitting here thinking, oh no, I can't discuss this because it's a spoiler. They're talking to their friends in a cafe over a pint, at work, or on a fishing trip, or hunting in the middle of the woods, blurting out, when this character died and I screamed without a second thought. That's what actual book talk looks like. Online, it's marketing dressed up as a discussion. So let's go into a little bit of psychology, because I like psychology. This is something that people don't talk about that much, but I think it's part of the discussion here. People don't like to feel stupid, full stop. A lot of the tension in BookTube isn't even about spoilers, it's about insecurity. The second someone goes deeper, talks about literary techniques, themes, historical context, subtext, character work, someone in the comments goes, "You're so pretentious," or "Stop using words I have to Google." But that's not about you. That's about the feeling being left out of the conversation. And I say that without judgment. It's human. No one wants to feel like they're on the outside. Books also just aren't books to a lot of people. They're part of their identity. If you criticize something, they take it personally. That's why people get angrier about book criticism than, say, movie criticism. You're not just insulting their favourite character, you're insulting a piece of them, or at least a perceived piece of them. Over time, this has created a list of unspoken rules within the book community. Everybody knows them, even if no one actually says it out loud. Don't spoil anything ever. Don't be too smart. Don't be too negative unless negativity is already trending. Don't challenge fandom favourites. Don't make people uncomfortable. Don't use words that make people feel like they're back in a literary class. And if you break those rules, you're mean or an elitist or you're doing it wrong. But here's the problem with those rules. It actually kills conversation. You can't pick apart a story you love without talking about specific scenes. You can't explore a book's flaws without, exploring them. And you can't talk about art without making someone somewhere a little uncomfortable. The bubble isn't just made by people, it's made by the algorithm. Every platform rewards short, punchy, friendly, shareable content. You learn pretty quick what works. Spoiler-free reviews work. Trending titles work. Saying I love this 5 stars works. Deep dives only work if they're on trending titles, and 90% of the time they're not deep dives. Unpopular opinions work, but only if it's already a well-known opinion. Spoilers don't work. And because most creators are just trying to survive the algorithm, the content starts to look the same, the language flattened out, the depth disappears, reviews become 5-minute product placements where the story barely gets touched. It's not that people don't love things deeply, it's they're trained not to share them. And I think that's really sad. I think that's why, if you ever have an actual honest real world conversation with a friend about books, it feels like stepping into fresh air. You can argue, you can spoil everything, you can talk about the parts you hated, the bits that broke you. You can say this character is an idiot without worrying about some fan calling you toxic. That's what's missing in a lot of BookTube, BookTalk, Bookstagram, book whatever. It's not that people don't care about books, it's they've learned to present their love for a book in a way that's safe, marketable, algorithm friendly, and ironically shallow. Although, I'm going to say this, knowing a few people online in the book community, what they actually create is far from shallow. It's just they feel kind of like there's a wall between them and what they've written and what they can say. That's it. And honestly, that's why a lot of people who do love real conversations quietly leave the space. Not dramatically, just drift away. Here's the thing. The real literary conversation needs spoilers. It needs mess. It needs disagreements. It needs those late night, no one's reading this energetic debate. You need that discussion. No one's recording it. No one's thinking, oh, I have to do this to the publisher. I have to make it this. Someone's going to tell me off. You need messy. You can't talk about the ending of a book without actually talking about the ending. You can't unpack a character arc if you're too scared to name the character. You can't explore themes if you're trapped in a 5-minute spoiler-free format. If you love books, really love books, talking about them isn't disrespectful. It isn't disrespecting it, it's honouring it. And you don't see this kind of push within gaming spaces and movie spaces and things. Some people do it, but most of the time people will just rip things apart. So from here, now on, when I talk about books, I'm not going to be safe. I'm not going to do vague, PR approval, spoiler-free dance. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to talk about it like a real person. I'm going to dissect it. I'm going to talk about the ending. I'm going to say what worked and what didn't and why. And if that makes people uncomfortable, good. That's what conversation is meant to do. It's meant to make you uncomfortable and not pat you on your head until you're a good boy. And honestly, I'd rather have a small group of people who want to talk deeply, who want spoilers, who want to get into the guts of a story, than a big audience who just wants me to nod and say, yeah, it was good. BookTube isn't the whole book world. It's a very small corner of it. Loud, self-referencing, oddly fragile. But honestly, I do think it doesn't need to stay that way. I think we can have better conversations. We can break the spoiler taboo, which is ridiculous taboo in any discussion. We need to stop pretending a good review means never saying anything uncomfortable. That book you spent money on or deserves a lot better. And honestly, so do the people who watch your videos and the people who love the books. Like I said, my name's Darth James. This was the Board Book Geek. If you want to support this weird little corner of the internet, don't forget to check out Substack, Patreon, and YouTube channel memberships. There's a lot going on and so much other stuff. And if you have the hype option, please click it. Apparently, people can do that in some places on my videos now. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.